dox myself real quick. Hold on. Gonna get the stream up and going. Okay, it is live. Go ahead and share this out on the interwebs. We'll get rolling. I actually got the notification on my phone this time. Let's go. What's going on, Jake? We actually got started on time tonight, so we'll actually get to bed at a decent time. Let me share this out real quick, and we'll get rolling into it. Excuse me. We'll see about that. Yeah, honestly, you're right. We'll try and keep this at a decent hour. We don't get game's not a late game tomorrow, so try and get to bed at an okay time. I think my Whoop band said I got 5 hours of sleep last night too, so that was not very good. God, it always takes so long to share this out on Instagram, but we'll get it done real quick. I would say it's best to watch it live too, because I know it's going to get copyright at some point or another. I did that short the other day that got copywritten too, which is just insane. So annoying. Alright. That is up. Now we should be good to go. Cool. Alright, let's get into this. Full transparent. We're going to watch the Oklahoma... No, hey, I'm down for coaching conspiracies. Apparently, I've seen something that... I think it was Florida. I think Florida supposedly got their guy. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Lane or if it's someone else. I know Ed Ogeron is supposedly going to Arkansas. That's pretty heavily debated right now. I know he's in talks with Arkansas at least. Let me make sure I got this. Oh, that's just the wrong screen. Why is that not bringing up the right screen? If I do it on that one's right. Hold on one second. What the heck? Which is not the one I wanted to bring up. If I do that, there we go. Alright. Could have doxed myself, who knows? Guess we'll find out. Okay. Alright, that should be everything. Alright, cool. And we got the chat up too, so that's good. Audio's a bit quiet. Alright, hold on one second. Let me bring that up just a hair. Coach O does make a lot of sense. I look at Arkansas kind of like I look at a mini LSU. Like it needs a big personality guy, so I could see Coach O going there. But there's also not like a ton of pressure, not as much as there is at LSU. All right, maybe that audio will be a little bit better. Let me go ahead and turn the audio off on this video too, because they will copyright me for that. All right, it's down. All right, let's get into it. I feel like we'll watch a little bit of offense and defense both, but I really want to watch how they defend, because I think our defense can do a good job, at stopping them, but we need to move the ball offensively. Yeah, it's a good fit. I think it is too. He just makes a lot of sense there. He's had time off. He can do whatever the heck he wants. So, and then now he's back back ready to coach. Full transparency, I did watch a little bit of this before we got into stream, making sure it was like a good video. Like it wasn't like framey or anything. The first thing I noticed right away is they make a lot. I mean, they make more adjustments on defense than the offenses do. And there's been this thing about sign stealing from a lot of other teams. So if they can do it, fine. I think Grubb said something about it where, our signs are going to be complicated, so good luck with it. But I could see that I can see where people get the feeling that they do steal some signs from offenses. Also, for those of you who are new, I do have to pause a ton because copyright loves to hit me for this kind of crap. I posted a short the other day, they hit me with it too, so I apologize if it's kind of annoying. A couple things I like about this is we always talk about it when we talk about coverages. They love to go 1-over-1. They love to go 1-over-1, 2-over-2, but they don't press as much. So like stuff like this, I feel like we can eat them alive with. These are little predetermined balls for 5-6 yards, extension of the run game type stuff. I think we can eat them alive with that. They'll play a lot of they'll play a lot of 3-backer, but they'll also play 2-back as well. This kind of stuff too. They love to defend the flat. So watch this linebacker right here. And then watch. He's going to creep to the flat. When I first saw this ball, I thought he was going outside with it. It was a good read by Chambliss. We see him go flat here, and we see this guy go up here and just put a little stick route in. This guy really wants to cut outside to the flat. Throws it inside. That's a good pass, and I think that's something we can take advantage of as well. They love defending the flats. I'm not going to be as worried about run plays because I don't know if we'll have a run game. Or if it's a quarterback run, I don't really care too much about that either. I'd rather see what they do in coverage. Again, they have this like 2-over-2. They love mugging linebackers. They mug a lot, but they always drop 3 for the most part. So you can see they're mugged up here, and they drop 3. Trying to really make some confusing coverages for Ty. That was a good throw up the seam. I think it's 19 right here. Oh, no, it's this guy. They ran a little switch route, and they ran it right up the seam. Yeah, we can't run the ball anyway. Exactly. So I'm really worried about run plays. And they got one of the best run defenses in the country. It just is what it is. If we run for 50 yards, cool. That's all I care about. I like this, though. So he reads it over here like it's like a little fake screen. We saw Ole Miss when we watched LSU tape. They love this little like fake bubble screen go route. Not there for either one of them. You can see the safety pulling outside on leverage. But as soon as he does that, this seam opens right up. That was one thing we did not throw enough of last week was the seam ball. I mean, it's there for them. And if they can throw it, we can throw it. This was a weird formation. This feels like a Caden Proctor situation. So you got lineman out here. I don't know. It's a stupid play that they ran, though. I remember watching. I forgot that I watched this game. I think I was like deathly ill with the flu coming into this game. But oh yeah, for sure. We would have our best running game tomorrow. If we run for 120 yards, I think we win the game outright. I think we win the game anyway, as long as we don't turn the ball over a ton or any at all. I think this is going to be a true, they got to have the keys for an upset kind of thing. We got to be not sharp, kind of like our offenses looked the past couple weeks. They'll have to turn the ball over and win time of possession. I'm just hoping our offense has found some sync to it because the past 2 weeks it has not done that. One thing that I think helps out Oklahoma a lot is they squeeze a ton. Do I think our offensive coaching staff is better than Ole Miss? interesting question. The reason I go to Ole Miss a lot is because I would say we're equally as creative. I think we execute better, but I think they have a better, not athletic quarterback. I think Ty Sims is a better quarterback, but I think Chambliss gives you more options. But for the teams that we have played, I think that we are the most similar to Ole Miss. But I think we have a better coaching staff, personally. Offensive coaching staff, Ole Miss is fun to watch, but we just seem to get the job done, and that may be because of our defense, or maybe because of the offense just scores when they need to score. I like Lane Kiffin's system, but I wouldn't say they have a better offensive staff overall. Again, we go with the mugged look on the linebackers. This time they actually do bring pressure. Oh, no, again, they dropped 3. My bad. They didn't bring pressure this time. They like to drop 3 a lot. What a weird play. I mean, like, clearly nothing was happening to this. Look at these two on the top side. Nothing here happening. They're fun, but yeah, exactly. They make bad coaching mistakes. I think, like, in this game, Kiffin made one of the dumb... Like, this game, if I remember right, should not have been a game. I think Ole Miss could have walked away with this game. But Kiffin coached Oklahoma into this game. Like, he kept them alive. Just making some dumb decisions. Sorry. And again, look, you got 3 over 3. So you got 3 receivers. You got 3 defenders over the top. That's... If you can beat man-to-man, and we got receivers who can, if you're throwing a one-to-one ball with Ryan or Germ or Brooks, and again, you got one-to-one up top as well. They like to squeeze and then play this one high safety look. It is 3rd and 9, so you can give a bit more of a blanket. But now they play 4 over 4. And then Ole Miss threw this ball a couple times in this game. This little isolation ball. So you get all the movement to this near side, and that creates a 4 over 4. Safety is nowhere to be found for this little isolation ball to the top. If we can throw this ball right here all the time, we should eat them alive. Not a bad ball, decently defended, but if we can have that, I saw it a couple times in this game where we could have that, we can win this game. The one annoying thing about this copy is it does not cut out commercials like some other ones do. Now, this game was still after Mateer had hand surgery, so he hadn't really been the same guy since, but I think that it's funny. With the last 4 games that we play this season, they're all one-game seasons for the other team. Like, South Carolina's a one-game season. It's at home for them. They're trying to go bowling, but it's a one-game season. Oklahoma's a one-game season. If they lose this game, they're done. LSU's a one-game season. They just fired all their coaches. Auburn's a one-game season. They're just trying to ruin our season. So we're playing a bunch of teams with nothing to lose, so we can expect their best shot. The thing about Oklahoma is they have playoff hopes, so they're a real football team. They have a pulse. So we just have to do a better job than we did last week. Ole Miss does this a lot. They play that 3 over 3. I'm assuming these backers dropping this coverage, but yeah. Also, Mateer's release is so weird. He throws that ball so low. I'm surprised his hands don't get beat up more for how low he releases that ball. I'm surprised it didn't hit helmets more often. This is going to be something we have to watch out for, is this quarterback run. And this is a design run. I think whenever we're playing tomorrow, I think when you have guys like Justin Jefferson who can cover sideline to sideline very effectively, I like that for us. I think Ole Miss at times played like 2 spies, like kind of covering each side of the field from Mateer. But I think that here's a good one-on-one ball. So again, you got 2 over 2. This guy right here, gonna be a problem tomorrow. I think Satanga or something like that is his name. That release is just nice. And that's one of the better balls I've seen Mateer throw. That's a scary ball. That's a well-placed football. If we can cover up 5, we'll be in good shape, but that's a good football right there. Didn't even see what they ran. Because Ole Miss had too many men on the field. Excuse me. Just a good read. They threw a few of these like little flat balls that should have been bigger plays. They just weren't very accurate. This game, it was pouring down rain to start, so it's kind of tough to get a footing. It's hard to be accurate at times. But there was a couple I've seen so far that they really struggle with. Their line does a pretty good job of defending Mateer. They got a hold there, but they don't give up a ton of sacks from what I've seen. That's a clear hold. Also, apparently, Quay Russault's going to be questionable tomorrow. So I don't expect to see him play, but just the fact that he's close, like he should be 100% for Auburn, that fills me with a little more confidence. So this time, Ole Miss went 4 over 3. Curious to see what they go with. Yeah, they like to throw that jump ball to 5. 5 again, he's here. He's going to be the one to watch for the game tomorrow. I think he's going to be dangerous. Yep, got it to him again. Decently covered by Ole Miss, but that's going to be the guy to watch. And they got a kicker who can kick unlike Ole Miss did last week. Unlike us, too, apparently. Let's see. It's really, I'm more curious to see what Oklahoma does on defense versus what they do on offense. I think our defense is good enough to contain and keep them hemmed in, but yeah, that's what you have to play 3 over 2. I never want to see that guy one-on-one. If 5 is one-on-one, we have made a mistake on defense somewhere. Again, they give it this little soft 5-yard stuff. It's incomplete, but it's there. See, that's the one thing we didn't do last week. That's one thing we did early on this year that was so good. We did a great job of taking what the defense gave us. We've kind of tried to force the ball at times since then. Not in a bad way necessarily, but it just feels like we can nickel and dime some of these teams to death, and we don't. I'll be curious to see who covers me more. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Dijon Lee's been a great cover guy this year. I think he's going to need some help. I think the 5 is quick. If you just set him up one-on-one with anybody, I think he'll burn him. But I think we'll find ways to defend it. And honestly, if we can get pressure to the quarterback, I think that's a good way to cover him also. That's a really good concept. And again, look at this coverage from Oklahoma. You got 2 guys here. You have a linebacker lined up against, I assume, is a tight end. But then you have this guy isolated versus these 2. This guy's going to drop into he doesn't even drop into coverage. So you automatically have 2 on 3. You can pick who you want to get a first down here. Like that is poor coverage. And honestly, I think Oklahoma in this game sold out a lot to try and get sacks to affect quarterbacks. But you got to have some coverage. And that is awful downfield coverage. I mean, that is just as easy as you like. Look at that. I mean, you got 2 over 3. That's soft coverage. That is not good. What's going on with Danny Lewis? I don't know. I thought at first, a couple weeks ago they said an illness. Let me see if we got the depth chart out this year or this week. But I don't think it's illness. We do need him back. I agree 100%. Let me see if they dropped the depth chart for this week or the injury report. Let's see. The availability report is. Oh, I don't want a video. Just give me a picture. Here we go. Yeah, he's out again. That's annoying. Yeah, and I don't know why. I don't really think we've gotten a solid answer. Yeah, he's out this week. I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really seen a ton. He was questionable last week, and then he's just out this week. I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't. But we do need him back. I think Caleb Edwards is good. I think he's a freak athlete, but he's young. So, you get sometimes where I think he can make plays. He made a good play or two last week, but we got to have Daniel Lewis out there. I think he's a better blocker than Edwards is. I also think we need to use Cuevas more. We may watch a little bit of Bama film if I can find the LSU game, but we need to use Cuevas more. Again, giving this one-on-one. If you give me Germ out there or Ryan one-on-one out there, take it all day long. There he goes. Not a good ball, but it's there. Potentially. Again, mugging a ton. I assume they'll drop everybody. Nope, they bring him this time. So he left him 3-on-3 up top. Let's see if he finds somebody. That was a nice throw. I like that throw a lot. And again, if you're gonna mug and bring them, find your best man beater. He runs like a corner route up here, and then these two run like a switch route. That's just a really good throw. You're not gonna defend that ball. That's gonna be one thing we need tomorrow. I'm not either. I'm kind of concerned about it. I love his timing stuff. One of the best quarterbacks in the country over the middle. D-ball's a little bit sketchy right now. It kind of concerns me. Because we've had a couple where it's a touchdown and we just don't get it. This is going to be something we have to have tomorrow as well. This is where I think we use Daniel Hill, or honestly, I think Jam Miller, maybe even more. This run blocking. That's a great block by the running back. Giving time, delivering the ball. So we know that they're going to bring pressure a lot at times, and we've got to do a good job of picking up with the running back. This was dumb. So Oklahoma clearly has 12 on the field. They're trying to sub. Why not take a shot here? It's a free play. It's like an offside. This guy's clearly still on the field. Why not take a shot here? Instead, you throw one underneath. It's just, I don't know. That's lack of situational awareness. And we're not talking about Ole Miss, but I thought it was interesting. Again, one-on-one to the boundary. Ooh, that was deflected. Yeah, they don't respect our deep ball. I don't disagree with that at all. And we haven't really given them a reason to respect it. A lot of the deep shots I think that we hit Ryan for a good one last week. He hit lots on that pass a couple weeks ago against Missouri. That was great throws. But if we're talking like a true just go up and get it ball, like throw some air underneath it and let a receiver get under it, we don't have it, I don't think, right now. And I love Ty, but I just don't think that's there. And we went from a quarterback who the best part of his game was the deep ball to a guy who the best part of his game is that intermediate passing, where it concerns me a little bit that we can't hit teams deep. I kind of want to look at the PFF here in a minute and just see what Ty's overall rating. Oh, yeah, this was a touchdown. This is good running game. We need this. It's good blocking by 8. Good kick-out block here. And then, look, we get backer. Look at 3 linemen getting up to the second level and then completing their blocks. Great blocking by 4 here also. That's how you run the ball. Go to commercial. Like, I'm not super concerned with what they do on offense, but I'm just kind of curious. I haven't watched enough Oklahoma this year. I also want to see how Ole Miss defends 5. See, that is one thing we're going to have to do this week is we struggled early on with eye discipline and just doing your job, like playing assignment-based football. This is assignment-based football. So you're going to watch the safety crash down on the screen pass. This, he probably could have given it and had an option, but you don't see linebackers going outside to try and cover up the screen. They know that their guy has the job outside. We're going to squeeze the quarterback, and they end up actually missing on a sack. But that's assignment-based football. We have to play a good assignment-based football tomorrow because Mateer is more dangerous when he gets outside than he is in the pocket. No, you don't get it. Seeing the stats, Oklahoma's run game is not crazy impressive without Mateer. But, Bama's record against mobile quarterbacks has never been that great. But I think with like linebackers like Justin Jefferson, Deontay Lawson, Nikhai Hill-Green had a great week last week. I think we have guys who can go sideline to sideline and really kind of cover that up. That needs to be a take all day. Sorry, we're not trying to break down Ole Miss. Decent check down. And it's just taking what the defense gives you kind of stuff. I remember seeing this chart and I was very surprised. The offenses that, and look, I think Oklahoma has a very good defense, but seeing this chart right here gave me a lot of hope. I know this is a couple weeks ago, but it needed to be said. They didn't really play anybody inside the top 10 as far as offenses go. When they do, they lost. Stop making adjustments. I'm going to get copywritten. Okay, that's a good job just attacking the edge. And again, it's the recognition that these backers are squeezing very narrow, like we talked about against LSU. So if you get a fourth guy outside of here, you got three guys. If this guy squeezes, see how he squeezes, he steps up there. Quarterback reads that. He knows he's going to have this ball because he has the numbers over there. You make one guy miss and you're off to the races. Yeah, run play. Looks about like our run game. And then watch Oklahoma adjust. Look at them make their adjustments. It's like they know what their other team is calling. Legit. It's crazy. And again, they're mugging a lot. Let's see if they drop. They drop 3. They dropped 4. It's good escapability. I feel like you got to go upfield, but that's something we have in Ty is his legs, but we don't use it all that often. Oh, bad snap. Inside drive. All right. Oof. It's physical running back play there. Like that. I don't like that, but I like that as I was kind of thinking that, Brock. I honestly was. We've taken a little bit of responsibility off Ty's plate, and I think he plays his best when he has the responsibility on him. There was something that happened last week that made me think that. Well, I got some M&Ms. I poured out a handful. All 3 were yellow. Thank God it's not Starburst. I hate a yellow Starburst. Yeah, I was thinking that same thing. We've taken some of the responsibility off Ty's plate, which I get. There's a lot to do. But when you're at home off a bye week, he didn't go up and make a lot of those adjustments. I don't know if LSU just disguised stuff really well, but I thought that same thing. It's the end of the first. I'm not crazy worried about Oklahoma's offense. Not in the way of like, I don't think they're good, but I'm not worried about watching what they do. And again, look at this. You got 3 receivers. You send a running back outside. You overload. You got 3 guys and one trying to sprint to get there. And then look at the shot he has down the field. I mean, that was a touchdown. I think they score on this play anyway. But look at this guy. Inside release. Look at him. He's gone. That's a touchdown if you throw that ball right now. But he's looking for 5, man. He's looking for 5 all day, and he takes it to the house. I want to see if you can see the other guy. So it's a touchdown going the other way, too. Yeah, look at 12. He is gone. Bro, throw that ball. He was looking at him, too. I mean, don't throw that ball tomorrow. Look, he's reading it. Look, he's got his eyes right there. He's looking at it underneath. But, I mean, that's a touchdown. And then he pulls it down when he sees the linebacker. Bro, that was a touchdown. I mean, it didn't matter anyway, but... Run play, non-existent for us, doesn't matter. Run play, non-existent, doesn't matter. Mugging again, let's see how many they bring. They brought a couple and they dropped a few. That's when they're going to be tough to play against. When they play those disguised looks like that, where you end up actually bringing guys and then dropping a few. They drop these edges a lot. Like, watch this edge is going to drop. I think this edge drops as well. Yep, they both simulate some pressure and then drop. Excuse me, sorry. Simulate pressure, then drop, and then bring the middle linebackers in, and then they play as essentially spies. That's where Brent Venables is scary, man. When he can draw up a defense like that, he's a tough guy to play against. Run play, non-existent, doesn't matter. 2 plays and back into a commercial, the way I like my football. Not really worried about their run game. I'm just curious to see what they do. Oh, yeah, they got a safety here. I forgot about this. This play just takes way too long to develop back here. The speed from this guy right here, didn't buy that for a second. Both of them ended up getting back there, getting a safety. I thought Ole Miss could have walked away with this game had they not made some stupid decisions that they did on Lane's behalf, really. Again, they're giving you that one-on-one up top. He's creating a little bit of space now, but he got a false start. He was looking at that one-on-one, but just couldn't get it open. Run play, doesn't matter. Got pressure that time. And a slip. I mean, I think Oklahoma is a good defense. I think they're, again, that's another ball where they favor the flat. Watch, they're going to favor this flat route. 17's going to release from inside. Step out of here. He's going to go up and just stick right here in this space. Watch this guy. Safety's going to step up. He's going to favor the flat, and then this ball's here. Got to be more accurate, but it's there. Again, you got an over. Nah, not necessarily, because you got like 5 over the top now. But you got your one-on-one up top. That's where he ripped it. That's one thing that Lane Kiffin does so well. He draws eyes and gets movement going one way. Because watch this. As soon as the quarterback sees this safety stepping down, dude, this right here is a one-on-one ball. Look at how tall this guy is as well. He can go get that ball and watch, step up, just rip inside. And again, they did that little simulated pressure from the edge. He dropped back, but he ain't getting there in time. That's a decently thrown ball, too. They're a better version of South Carolina. You talking about Ole Miss, or you talking about Oklahoma, as far as their defense goes? Because I kind of agree, if you're talking about their defense. And I think Ole Miss's offense is a better version of South Carolina, so either could apply, really. But again, watch. As soon as the safety starts stepping down, they play us one high a lot. As soon as he starts stepping down this way, look at this field. Green grass. And again, the end tried to step back, but he kind of simulates and then steps back. Simulate, step back. This guy tries to cut outside. That's an accurately thrown ball, too. Oklahoma's defense, yeah, I agree. Their defensive ends are really good, I think, and they're versatile. I don't think they have any one defensive end that's better than Dylan Stewart necessarily, but I think on a whole they're a better overall defense. I think their secondary is gettable, though. The two times they played an offense similar to Alabama, Ole Miss and Tennessee, they gave up 300-plus passing yards in both games. If Tennessee didn't turn the ball over 3 times, I think they win that game. But I didn't want to watch Tennessee film because I don't want to talk anything good about Tennessee. That's a good sell. Kind of like that play, but that was well recognized by Oklahoma there. All right, we're mugging again. Offense going to get their adjustments. Defense going to adjust accordingly. This when Lane Kiffin does the really stupid thing and puts in his backup. I mean, this is just full zone coverage. You can see the hips of the... It's always an easy way to read zone versus man. If your hips are facing the quarterback like this, hips facing quarterback, hips, quarterback, hips, quarterback, you're playing zone. You're not playing man. So this is going to be some kind of like zone shell probably. And again, look, they mugged a ton. This defensive end's going to drop. This guy drops. This guy slides up in like a robber. And then everybody else drops as well. So they end up only bringing 3 plus a spy. Spy does a poor job of contain. Yeah, and then Kiffin pulls out his quarterback. Says, yeah, let's go with the backup. Freaking stupid. It's like stuff like this that they just tried to give this game away. This was a touchdown too, by the way. Should have been. Nice little concept. Just disguising and just a little pop pass over the top. Touchdown. Should have been. Too bad it was your quarterback's first throw of the game. Like, come on. I just think that's terrible coaching. Probably just watch like one more drive for their offense, and I'm not really worried about it. I just want to watch 5 play. Ty's like, yeah, 100%. I think, and I don't think they're going to respect his legs as much, but I don't think they'll play a spy that much on him, so I think we can use him a little bit. Because, I mean, like, a couple of, what was it, last year, he came in and had like a 50-yard touchdown run that he dropped on the goal line. Like, he can run. Like, he can use his legs, but he just hadn't done it so much this year. I will say he's gotten a lot better at throwing on the run. I remember against Florida State, he wasn't very good at it. Gotten better at that so far. But I agree. I think we need to use his legs tomorrow. Don't know how that ball gets there, by the way. Maybe from this side you can see it. Watch how low Mateer's release it. He like sidearms everything. It doesn't show. I feel like batted balls could be a real thing tomorrow. I feel like our defensive line can bat a few down. Those running backs run hard, though. They drop their helmet right into your chest. Nope, this time Ole Miss is going to mug, and they're going to bring some pressure. See, that's what I'm curious to see. That's a great open field tackle. But that's what I'm curious to see. Can Mateer throw it well under pressure? This is a nice ball. This is a really well thrown ball. It's got some zip to it, but it's just a good open field tackle. Couldn't make a guy miss. See, this is what I like to see in coverage. You got 3 over. You kind of almost got 4 over if he wants to drop. And you got 2 over 1. 5's one to watch. He's in motion. Oh, this is another one right here. This is a first down. If this is an accurately thrown ball, first down. Not accurate, not a first down. That's where quarterback ball placement and accuracy comes into play. They're going to bring 5 in motion a ton tomorrow and try and get him moving. And Mateer had some pressure, but it's not one that throws the ball off that far. That's where I think his like sidearm release kind of hurts him a little bit. Is throwing these balls across, not across his body, but like to the same side he's looking at. Because this ball is not thrown well. That is not a well thrown ball. So I think that's where his like low release hurts him a little bit. Oh, hey Chris Pratt, go away. I forgot to actually win for it. I think that last play I watched was the last one I kind of pre-watched. Wow, that was blown up quick. I was trying to watch this guy go on his little corner route. Gets up here and goes on the corner, but that play never stood a chance. Yeah, it's just blow. That's good defense right there. All right, let's see it again. Wow. This is one of those things where this is a predetermined pass. Like he already sees this covered, soft coverage. Watch the running back. Quanions are gonna. 100%. I think they're gonna be so good. I think that we have those two guys, and then you have a guy like Nikhai Green starting to play really good football, so you can get that pressure up the middle. Honestly, next year, I don't know if Nikhai Green's a senior or not, but next year our pass rush is going to be scary. It's going to be as good of a pass rush as we've had in a while. We've been waiting for one of these guys to step up, whether it was Quay or Yanze, Keon Keeley, one of these guys, waiting for one of these guys to step up, and I think we're finally starting to see it. Just too bad Rousseau's been hurt. Watch this. So you got the 1 over 1 on top. Fine. Watch the running back. This is a chunk play. This guy squeezes, linebacker squeezes. It is nice to see Keeley play well. He played well against, not LSU, but he played well against, did he have like the game-winning sack against South Carolina? Was that him? I think that was him. It's good to see him play well. I like that kid a lot. Yeah, look at these guys squeezing in here. This is a chunk play of the running back. He's already got his eye. He's already made the throw. Like this throw's already going here, but that is a chunk play of the running back. Unless that's the running back that got hurt. And again, it's always fun to Monday armchair quarterback. It's way more fun than actually playing quarterback. We got 5 looking this time. And they bring them. God, I wish we could get a push like that on the offensive line. We do not displace defensive linemen at all. See, that's another one, man, where Lane just tries to get too clever for himself. Grubb does it too at times. I mean, this is just, it's trying to do too much. That interior of Oklahoma is good, and they're just not going to fall for stuff like that. They're too well drilled. That's where Lane I think coaches himself into trouble, man. So if we're getting this look on third down where they're squeezing and they're mugging, we have we essentially had 2-on-3 outside. Look, linebacker started to slide a little bit, but this needs to be a ball where you're throwing all day. Like that should be just money all day if they want to do that. Make them pay for their aggressiveness. Bad snap again. Running, I don't care. Wow, that's a good ball. That's a really good ball. That's one thing from Chambliss. You don't see a ton. It's like his accuracy, but that was a nice ball. Why do I feel like we would throw the one-on-one? If it's Zay, we're throwing that one-on-one. They love to squeeze, man. And it's obviously because they have a good running back and a good running quarterback. But they love to squeeze. That's another thing. When we played LSU and we watched that film beforehand, and they were playing against Ole Miss, they have such good running back. They have a mobile quarterback and decent running backs where people will squeeze and they make you throw the ball, but we just don't have the running backs. Any prediction on the Florida job? So supposedly it has been decided on who is taking the Florida job. I don't know who. My early prediction was Lane Kiffin. I just think he would like that job better than LSU maybe, but that's just, again, I would prefer the Florida job over LSU just because I don't like LSU. But I thought it was going to be the Florida job, or I thought he was going to take the Florida job. I think that I think he's going to LSU now. I started to drift for Lane Kiffin to LSU. The Florida job, man, I don't know. It since they already have it set up, it's probably going to be a coach that does not have a championship winning team next year, a playoff team next year. It could be Clark Lee. Like, I could see that being. I don't think Clark Lee stays for this next season because he doesn't have his quarterback anymore. So I think Clark Lee's gone. Could very well be a Florida job. Eli Drinkwitz, another guy who I think is kind of maxed out the potential of Missouri. I don't think Drinkwitz is an amazing coach. I think he's a good coach. Could take the Florida job and do well with it. But Clark Lee, I think, is my sneaky pick. I'm still not giving up on Lane, but if it's not Lane, Clark Lee is a sneaky pick. And this is where offensive coordinator is supposed to make their money inside the red zone. Direct snap again. Lane just getting too clever for himself, man. And we do it too. I'm not gonna say we don't do it, but Lane Kiffin, I feel like they could have run away with this game, but they should already be up by 7 more if they didn't put in their backup quarterback. And again, they go direct snap to 5. Works this time, but there are times where Lane Kiffin, I just don't. Like, he would be fun at Bama, but I'm like, So we're about to go to halftime. Yeah, I think Drake could fit at LSU. Right now, I think if anybody could pick just a coach, they're going to take Lane. I could see LSU having more of a sway over Lane, but again, I'm just biased because I don't really like LSU. Drink could fit well at LSU because he's a big personality guy. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's not many guys who are available that could take the LSU job. Lane's one of them. Drink's a good locker room guy. There are more candidates for Florida. I'll say that. Yeah, he doesn't have a pedigree. Lane does, exactly. Jedd Fisch does one out of Washington. He is a sneaky Florida pick. That is a good call. And I remember seeing that the other day. Makes me scared for Grubb. I don't want to lose Grubb. There are things he does that I don't love all the time, but he's a good pickup. I think Grubb tries to go back and take that job. I think he's done his time in the South, which is a year, and then he wants to go back. Dang, the Islanders play again tonight tonight. I've been getting into hockey recently, and I decided to pick the Islanders as my team, but they won in overtime last night. They won in overtime 2 nights ago, but last night the game was played in Vegas, so I was up till 1:30 in the morning watching that game. Then I got up at 7:45 to go play golf in Greenville today. I did not sleep a lot. I'm planning on sleeping a lot tonight. Curious to see what adjustments Oklahoma makes. This field's drying up too. You can tell it's a lot drier than it was before. Oh yeah, Sabres pan. That's tough. Sabres is a tough one to play for. Well, and I think the Islanders have been fun to watch this year. Got Matthew Schaefer now. Dude is a machine. Had a good goal last night. Barzell's still playing well. So there's good things to be taken from the Islanders, but there's also some pain there. I haven't really been keeping up with the Sabres so much this year. Usually, like I watch, like, if we're going live. Like, I love to go to Bama hockey games. They're always fun. Preds games are always fun, but I don't keep up with too much around the league stuff unless it's kind of rivals. Oh, local team, yeah, that stuff. That's the one thing we don't have in Bama. We don't have any like local pro sports teams, so you kind of get your pick of the litter. So if it's a local team, are you from Buffalo, Jake? Is that where you're from? That was a quick 3 and out. Apparently Oklahoma made some good adjustments. God, that pressure is eating them alive. Oh, they got a flag though. Bailed out. Again, you got 3-over-3. If this backer squeezes, you throw the ball down here. So you know it's man. Now he drops. So you don't have to get rid of it as quick. They do, though. There's no way he went for this. Right? Oh, look, another direct snap. Terrible decision, Lane. God, man, dude, he tried to make them lose this football game. Wow, that is a name. Dude, I live in a place called Wetumpka, and that's hard to pronounce. I don't think I can pronounce where you're from. It's right between Buffalo and Syracuse. Oh, okay, nice. Gotcha. Hockey always seemed like a fun sport to play. I went ice skating one time, though, and broke my ankle and just kind of gave up on it after that. But it would be fun to play. Zion run, we're going to see this a ton tomorrow. This is where you got to have good contain. There had to be a lineman downfield on that too. Yeah, okay, I was about to say. What the heck? Big slip. It's dried up, but that field is still soaking wet apparently. Yeah, look at that. 16 rush yards against a defense that I don't think is as good as ours. Again, when he's running to his right, I feel like he struggles to throw the ball. Everybody was covered, but I think if we force him to the right, I think we'd find more success. Golly, bro. It is like the Three Stooges on this field right now. But lacrosse is a big thing that I've seen is like becoming the new thing. Especially up north. But hockey just looks fun. Anytime we go to they kick the field. Anytime we go to Bama hockey games, it's always a good time. One of the Bama the men's team is playing Is it in Charlotte? They're doing an outdoor game, which is always fun. They're doing an outdoor game, I think, in Charlotte, either end of this month or next month. But I want to go. I think they're playing tonight actually too, but I hadn't checked what the score was. I don't miss Pete Golding. I don't miss Pete Golding at all, bro. It's painful to watch sometimes. It's just so mid. Kane Womack has been a revelation for us as well. It was kind of the same thing as last season, man. Everybody kind of doubted the guy, myself included, because that first game there was a lot of reason to doubt. But ever since then, man, that defense has played really good football. It's not going to be there. They made Sooners have gotten a lot more aggressive after halftime. So you got to try and make up for that now. So again, you got 3 over 3, and the safety's going to have to pick a side. He's probably going to favor the one-on-one. Brutal. Yeah, honestly, dude. Bill O'Brien and Pete Golding. Ugh. Wasted Jahmyr Gibbs, I'll tell you that. Couldn't win Bryce Young and Natty. Terrible times. And now you're going 2 over 3. 1 over 1 on this near side. Again, the safety's creeping, but you're going to see this guy slide out. Try and pick up that one-on-one. Better job of picking up pressure there. Nice little in-breaking route for a first down. Man, I think what I'm going to do for this next game, I'm going to record the Skycam. So I can actually watch it down the field. That's just way better for watching film. As a staff, whole staff right now is the best staff. Yeah, I agree. 100%. And again, there are things that we do that I don't love, but our staff right now is as good as it's ever been. And not just like O coordinator and D coordinator. Like, it goes deeper than that. You know, running back coaches, linebacker coaches, quarterback coach. Our staff is as good as it's been in a while. And that's why I know everybody's talking about next year we'll win a natty, like really be challenging for it, but I would like to really challenge for it this year because we're probably not going to have Ty. We're not going to have either, I would say, one OC or DC leaves this year. I think Grubb could very well take the Washington job. I know he wanted it before. I think that Womack could pick up a job somewhere with how much turnover there's been. So I would like us to win it this year. I don't think you keep staffs like you used to anymore. Again, one-on-one. Throw this man the ball. They adjusted. Still one-on-one, but now they're sliding out of it. They make their adjustments sneaky well. Nope, let's go up that time. God, if we could just have that in the run game, I'd be happy. I want to see what he ran. You're not going to see it. I need to make that, I got to do a game day graphic. I got to eat dinner, too. And then I also got to, I need to record this game. Apparently, YouTube TV has struck up a deal with ESPN, so game should be on YouTube TV tomorrow. I didn't cancel my subscription yet, so hopefully it will be. God, you can't even see that guy up top. He's so out there. You can't even see him. Okay, man, you get that 2 over 2. Scared of that deep ball. Mugging a ton. I think they did end up bringing everybody. No, they dropped 2 still. But, again, man, just look at the space this creates. As long as you can get a running back and a tight end to pick up the pressure, I mean, this is it's just nickel and diamond all day, man. Slip again, Three Stooges football, but we move on. Oof. I would love this one right here. These backers, they're not playing zone as much as they're more spying. And I know we're not going to get that privilege, but I need Ty to hit 2 deep. But same. I think Ty needs to hit 2 deep balls early tomorrow just for his confidence, man. He's such a good quarterback, and he times everything so well. I don't know if he's needs more arm strength or he just needs more touch. I don't know what it is, but we just got to do better with that. Yeah, watch his backer squeeze. He's playing basically more of a spy rather than zone. He's stepping up way too narrow. This guy gets right in behind him. You can rip that ball. But, again, we're not reading that side of the field. We're reading this guy right here. Seeing what he does with the safety. Rip it! Oh, he's so wide open. There's nothing. Oh, this is the out-breaking route. Again, armchair quarterbacking is way more fun than actually playing quarterback. Ugh. That was an ugly ball. I'm gonna sneaky put the Islanders game on my phone, but it's gonna be silent, so as not to disturb. But if I keep glancing down, it's fine. How close do I think the quarterback battle actually was? I don't think it was that close. I think that Louisville and Clemson are 10-9 right now. Louisville's trailing. I don't think it was that close. I think that Ty's ability to protect the football won him the job. It's what they kept saying in the preseason. I agree with it. I think that he doesn't have he's not what I would call a veteran, but he's been there a long time. He's seen the process, seen the way it works, more than Russell, more than Mac. But I think Russell and Mac could have a good battle next season. I know we got a couple of good recruits coming in that season as well. I think we see one quarterback leave next year. I don't know if it's going to be Mac. I think it'll probably be Mac. If Ty comes back, one of them definitely leaves. I like Mac, but I would rather keep Russell. But it's just one of them things, man. When you have that many talented guys on the roster, it's just bound to happen. I think we'd lose one or two wide receivers as well. So it's just one of them things. I don't think the quarterback battle was necessarily that close, though. Yeah, just not in sync with the guys he's throwing to. I can see that, too. And again, when you watch a guy like Jalen Noah throw the deep ball, it's hard to compare. But I need him to hit a few tomorrow. Again, that ball's there. It's just not as accurate. I don't see Matt coming back. I agree. I think he could go with Grubb. Wherever Grubb goes, I could see Matt going. And that is assuming Grubb leaves, which I'm fairly certain he will. But after this season, I feel much more comfortable with Nick Sheridan. He's got a year to sit. He doesn't have the experience of Grubb, but he has the ability. He's had the ability to sit for a year and see what happens, see how an effective offense works, effective at times when they're in sync. But it's just one of them things. I feel much more comfortable with Sheridan this year than I did last year. And honestly, I think that was kind of a prerequisite in his contract coming back. I think him saying that, hey, if Grubb leaves, or if somebody comes to pick him up, I get the job. Like, okay, fine. Because, I mean, he's co-offensive coordinator, but I think he probably gets paid more than some legitimate OCs. So I think there's something in his contract saying, hey, we know Grubb isn't a long-term guy, but, ooh, wow, what a move. But if you stay, we'll give you the job. Also, watching that running back tape, man, we don't have a running back who's like this. I love Jam, and I think Daniel Hill is going to be great. Look at this. Cut outside, jump cut inside. That's so good. We need running backs who can make guys miss. Sorry. Just to draw all the way. Yeah, Sheridan did a lot with the inconsistent quarterback. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Ty has come along at the perfect time for us. We've got a great that was always the thing. Like when Bryce was here, we didn't have a good OC. We didn't have amazing wide receivers to throw the ball to. Then last year we had good wide receivers, not an amazing quarterback that could throw the ball to them. And then this year we've kind of synced it up where we're in a good spot right now as far as everything. I think running back is on the table. Yeah, I agree. They'll ride the hot hand tomorrow. I think Daniel Hill is our best overall. But, like in this game, I think running back pass pro is going to be really important. So, and Jam Miller does a great job of that. Wow, that would have been an incredible catch. I think Jam does a really good job of that. I like AK Deer. I don't know if he's physical enough. I don't know if he's a big enough guy at that point. But I agree. I think we run the hot hand. See who can do well in pass pro. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Bro, this field is garbage. People just be slipping, man. Oof. Gross tackling there. That's a touchdown. I was about to say, I don't really care about watching Oklahoma's offense anyway. That made it quick. Another deflected ball. God, there's so many chances that Ole Miss should have won this game. They won it in the end, but that was hands in the face by 44. This is where I don't want to be. I don't want to be 3rd and 8 against a Brent Venables defense. It's very hard to play against. Ole Miss doing a little fake screen go. Oh, that was like a little tunnel screen. Ooh. That was very well covered. Yeah, I don't want to be in 3rd and 8 against Brent Venables defense. It's just not a fun spot to be. Weird design play. Wow, look at that recognition by the... Yeah, 5 right here. Look at this recognition. Look at him. He stands still, reads everything over here, and then decides to go. He sees who's going to make that... Like, as soon as he makes his back cut, immediately there. That is good defense. That is elite defense. That is how you read a football game. Wow, that was sick. Yeah, that's how you play defense right there. I'm not necessarily worried about their offense. The fact that Ole Miss was losing in this game in this 4th quarter is embarrassing. Oh, missed the whole drive. Yeah, man. Again, man, this is just screaming for a one-on-one. Just beat her. They must just really trust that guy. They got to go on one-on-one all the time. Where did 5 come from? Did it come from the backfield? Yeah. Again, you got these backers just squeezing a lot because they know that they got a really good running quarterback. But, God, if they play one high, there's no way they play one high all day tomorrow. It's another jump pass that was a touchdown. We kind of got grabbed, but it's another miss. Bama game's on ESPN Plus right now, actually. Let's check this out. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Or wait, hold on. Who are we playing tonight? I forget. We play. Oh, you play KSU tonight. It's a fun experience, man. It's always enjoyable to go watch them play. Can't find it right now. Because I know they play. I know they play NC State. I think that's the one they play in Charlotte. Oh yeah, because I don't think that one's on yet. I think that's coming up. I think that's the one we play in Charlotte. In a couple weeks. Or I don't even know if it's in a couple weeks. I think it's in a couple of days. Oh no, it's live right now. Oh wow, look at that. We have so many hockey teams. It's hard to like keep up with everybody. How are we doing? It's loading. We'll see how we're doing. Oh, did he lose that football at the end there? Load. Oh, yeah, he did. One thing I was surprised to learn about Oklahoma, I think they're one of the teams that forces the lowest amount of turnovers, which I was very surprised at. We force a ton, obviously, like everybody knows that, but they really don't force that many. I don't know if it's the secondaries. I don't want to jinx this for tomorrow. I'll knock on wood, but as long as we don't let them win the turnover battle, I think we're in good shape. Oof. See, that's a nice rip. That's the ball that Ty throws so well. That just over the middle 15-yard ball. We get the backwards angle. Give me the sky cam. God, this game does not want to load. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got 10 minutes to go in the first period. 0-0. Weird formation. They're -5 in turnovers. They like Mateer, they had that 4 interception game or whatever it was against Texas, so that didn't help them. But we should win the turnover battle tomorrow. As long as we take care of the football, we should be in good shape. I don't want to give up another strip sack for the 4th game in a row, I'll be honest. Oh, that's a run game we just don't have. Yeah, I want to see this route. I want to see what happens here. That his route. That's a great cut. And look, I mean, as soon as that linebacker steps, man, that window's there. That's Ty. I think that's a ball that Ty would love. But it's again, they kind of go out and try and defend the flat, and it leaves the middle of the field open. If they do that tomorrow, we should shred them. Flag. Don't know who. Don't care. Again, mugging a ton. Gonna try and set up your pass pro. Who's coming and who's going? Everybody's going. It's just a well-covered ball. A lot of yaks tomorrow. Hope so. I think that their secondary is just not. They're good, but I think that their defense will do a better job of trying to get pressure rather than trying to cover down the field. So I think if we bust a couple over the middle, we take them for huge yards. Again, run play, I just don't care. Oof. Almost fell down anyway. Where did that coverage fall apart for Oklahoma? Let's find out. They're going for 2. Again, they're putting the backup quarterback in, man. What are you doing? Dude, it's like they're just trying. I think it's ended 31-26 too. Decent ball there. You just got to catch it. All right, where'd the coverage break down? Because I thought he was going to the 8 and flat. And 2 just peels. It's just like a little mesh route right here, right on the goal line. I thought he was going 8. Does a good job stepping up in the pocket. Oh no, he didn't even go there. Is that 85? Is that who ends up getting this ball? Yep. Oh, good little chip. Ends up crawling under the guy. And that's how he gets wide open. So they get wide open, you got to crawl under your own lineman. I think this one ended at this score too. Let me double check. Maybe not. Maybe they score again, or maybe they screwed up. Let's find out again. This dude is huge too, by the way. Maybe just trying not to turn the ball over. Been 34-26. Let me see. I just want to see one thing. Let me pull the film down. I just want to see if I can find a copy of the Bama game from LSU. We don't have to watch the whole thing, but there's a couple things I wanted to look at that I just didn't love. Nope. Dang, that's so annoying. We can watch the condensed game. That one's better. Let's watch the condensed game. Just want to say a couple things. There's a couple things that I wanted to talk about. This was one of them. So I think this is the play where we dump it to the running back and we pick up a first down. The one thing that concerned me, and the thing is, like, people can be really hot or really cold at times. Texas or UGA tomorrow. I think Georgia. If Texas win out, they are in the playoffs. But I don't think they win out. I think Georgia wins tomorrow. I think Kirby, in a way, has Texas's number. I think he's got Sark's number. I think they win. Not crazy, not as comfortably as they did last year, but I think they end up winning it. So the one thing I always talk about with quarterbacks is rushing through their progressions. I think Ty rushed through his progression once or twice in this game. So, like, he's trying to read this. So this little out ball right here, it's already there. Like, you can rip that ball. I like what he ended up doing, but this ball's open. I feel like watching the other angle, this ball was open too. But you could stick this ball right here. He ends up actually finding, I think, a better pass, but I think he rushed through his progressions a little bit in this game. I do too. I trust Kirby more. I think he can just coach in the big game better. Let's see. So they brought the safety blitz this time, which kind of gives you Ryan a little bit, or I think that was Ryan up top. We did a great job picking up this time. Yeah, Georgia W. I think so too. Great job picking up the blitz that time. The problem is with this condensed version, we're not going to get any replays, are we? Oh, give me this guy, Cam. It's going to be just, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a great film watch from this angle alone. See, stuff like this. I don't mind a direct snap. I just don't know why we don't trust Ty throwing the ball in short yardage situations. You know, like there are times in short yardage situations where I think we can throw the ball and win. There we go, back. We just don't do it that much right now. I don't understand. And again, this is another one where it's like, take what they give you. Like, he had this little undercut route to Zay. I don't know what he throws here. Oh, never mind. You're going to take that over route all day. We talked about their linebacker, like LSU's linebackers being weak in coverage. I think Oklahoma's is similar. I think Oklahoma's pass rush is better. But we ran a lot of these like dagger, like over routes, and then we ran a lot of underneath routes as well. So I think we do that and put the pressure on those linebackers to make plays happen and make decisions, and then Ty just makes the better decision. Because you can see this like clear route, clears out the defender because he's got to take the over, and then Ty, this ball is already out. It's already ripped to germ. Kind of bobbled it there, but no, then we didn't do anything after that. Good peanut punch here by Nikhai Hill-Green. Bam! Because we had forced a fumble earlier in this game too that we could have picked up. We do. We get 2 cute big moments. Sheridan didn't do that. He leaned on what he knew, and that was the thing, man. Sometimes when you got a running quarterback, just let that man run forward. I love the trust in Germ. I don't want to get too cute. There are times we did it a little bit last year where we would take a timeout or coming out of a break during a big moment, we would do something that was a little too cute, and then it just didn't ever pay off for us. I think we've done it a couple times this year as well. See, that's just, you can't run the ball like that, man. Like, look at this. Like, they bring blitz, but the blitz hardly even gets there, and this guy's already through the line. The ball barely gets out of Ty's hand, man. And you don't pay off the defense with a touchdown. And LSU did some okay things on offense. I think our defense lights them up. So this is what I'm talking about when we're talking about creating overloads. We love using a tight end. Creating an overload. So you see they got 3 here. You see the safety stepping. So that's going to be 3 over 3 if you create this overload. What do we got? Edwards stepping outside. Creates a 3-on-3. These guys are going to get locked up. Make one guy miss and you're off to the races. Creating overloads is how you can win football games. We do a good job of it there. Oh, NC State scored. Dang it. Dang, those jerseys are kind of cold, though. Bama has some good jerseys, too, to be fair. I got one of their, like, U.S., it was like a Veterans Day jersey. It's pretty sweet. A little camo jersey, hockey jersey. 28-20 Bama. I could see that. I could see them scoring kind of a garbage time touchdown to make it closer. If our offense comes out and fires, I think we win this game by a lot. If we kind of play the way we have and just scoring when we need to, essentially, I agree. 28-20 is a more reasonable scoreline. I also like the trust in Cuevas. I think we can use Cuevas a lot more than we currently do. And again, depending on what the backer does. So this is where you got to read. What does this backer do? If he moves, you got 3-on-3. And then again, you create overloads. Now you got 4 over 4. But I love this. Same thing Ole Miss did. Create all the motion over this way, and then who do you got? You have a tight end up top, but he's matched up against the linebacker. Little double move, send him. Love that kind of stuff. You use the overload, use it, and then when nobody's looking, you throw it on the backside. Also, sending Cuevas on a go route is sick. That ball is so nicely placed, too. Again, you get the motion, you get the safety's eyes. Safety says, I got to squeeze here because I know they got more danger down here. Never going to expect the tight end on a double move go route. Sells 40 to a dream and a dime of a pass. Love that kind of... That is where Ryan Grubb is just in his bag, man. I think next... Yeah, I agree. I think Edwards will be very good next year. I don't know what's going on with Danny Lewis. I think we have 2 really good tight ends. I think we have a great pass-catching tight end in Cuevas. And I think Danny Lewis is a good blocker and a good utility guy. Don't know what's going on with him. But I'm glad to see Edwards get some meaningful touches. Look at that ball, man. And that placement's so good. That's Daniel Hill at back. You can tell the way that man runs it. He runs hard. Again, that's a successful run play. Like, give me that all day. And see, that's not even successful blocking there. That is just a grown man saying, you know what, 6, you can jump on my back. I'm going to carry you into the end zone with me. That is a grown man running the football right there. Daniel Hill legit, man. So, I mean, that's a pair of good blocks right there. But, I mean, dude, you're getting just guys crashing and you still pick up 4 yards. That's elite running back play. Props to Cuevas. Yeah, bro has hands. Dude, I think that Cuevas is the most underused player on our team. He's got good hands. He's good in space. Like, he actually has speed. He runs his routes pretty cleanly. We use him effectively in blocking. Again, I would call that a successful run play. Give me 4 yards, man. I formation. Nobody's seen it before in this decade. Kind of love it. That pass, when I tell you, guys on Sunday do not make that throw. Oh, my word. That is an unbelievable. Watch Ty, too, man. Watch him. He's going to step up. He pats the ball and says, yep. Steps up, pats the ball, rips it. Underneath the safety, over the coverage. I mean, that is elite. That is as good of a throw as you're ever going to see. That is the best throw you're going to see on a Saturday, maybe the best you're going to see on Sunday. That is unbelievable. Give me the reverse angle. No! That is a crime to not see this ball from the other end. Because we were sitting on the... Like, if you're facing this, we were sitting back there. We were looking down, like Ty's vision. Dude, this pass was unbelievable. And it's not a hospital ball either. He threw it outside of the numbers enough. Unbelievable throw. Again, you create overloads. Now, it's a bunch set. So you got these guys in tight, but you have 3 over. You're going to have the overload. Especially if this guy steps inside, you got 2 over. If he bites on this run, bites it, go. I wish he went upfield inside earlier, but I mean, dude, you can create overloads from any spot like that. Love this play. I'll be honest, Brock will back me up on this one. I call this one from the stands. So you saw Miller come in motion here. He brings this guy inside. Said, you know what? It's going to be a flat ball to Miller right here. Watch this. As soon as... Because, again, you only have one-on-one out here. This safety is not going to be able to help on the flat. As soon as they bite on this inside route, it's there. Just easy stuff. That is a good offensive coordinator in sync with his quarterback. Love that kind of stuff. And Bama scored. Let's go. 1-1. Are they in? No, they're not in Pelham Ice Center. That's not the one in Birmingham. But I just love that. That is an offense in sync. Love that. Yeah, that's a Sunday level throw, undoubtedly. That's better than some guys on Sunday. And again, this is where we get too cute. God, it just sets up so many negative plays, man. Because Formie gets beat on the inside. This play takes a long time to develop, and it just gets blown up. Ugh, I hate that kind of stuff, man. Hate it. And again, you got 2 over. The safety's stepping back, so it's not going to be as easy as you would have hoped it would be. Screen pass. Screen pass has not been as effective as it has been in the past. Yeah, genuinely called it. Yeah. Then we'll throw the double pass. I mean, and the thing is, like, it almost worked, but we run 2 gadget type plays in the same sequence in the red zone. Why? Like, bro, give me some smash mouth football. Trust your quarterback. Your quarterback and Jeremy Bernard are the 2 best players on the field. Trust them. This was a great ball. That's a good deep ball right there. God, Brooks is quick, man. Watch him right here. Steps inside. And you see the split. You see the safety stepping out, and you see this safety there. So inside the numbers is there. All you got to do is beat your man one-on-one. I'll trust Latsir Brooks to do it all day. Good deep ball this time. That's a nice throw. Give me the other angle, man. I hate this angle. Gets a little wider. But again, you see these safeties split. This is green grass. You see him step up on this like little deep dig route. He's gone. Brooks sees it, fades a little bit this way. Great ball. That's the type of pass we need. Bama's 1-1 it into the first period with NC State. I was scared he dropped. Like, we didn't get to see the replay in the stadium. I thought he dropped it. I was a little bit nervous. I was getting mad because we wouldn't run the hurry up, but we were actually fine. Again, you got 2-on-2. And where does it go? Only thing with this pass, once this guy steps, rip this ball. So this is like a little switch. You get Ryan going up and in. You get Brooks going out. So switch route. Look at this. Like, rip this ball now. Rip this ball now. Rip it. So much space. So much space. Throws it off his back foot a little bit late. Throws it high. Full credit to him. That's where you want to throw that ball. Let your receiver go up there and get it. But I think you got to rip that ball a hair earlier. That was the only thing with Ty. He was a little bit hesitant in this game at times. But, I mean, look at the space. Rip the ball. I think he was reading Brooks. I think he was reading Brooks. But full credit to him. Says, you know what? Go up there. Go high. Go get it. Yeah, because as soon as this corner blitzes, bro, you're leaving this guy on an island. And rip this ball now. Look at it. Again, I think he was reading if he was going to go to Brooks or not. But touchdown's a touchdown. That's all I care about. Defense played lights out. You don't have to have me tell you that. This is terrible quarterback pocket presence. But, I mean, look at that rush from Yanze. Dude is a nightmare for tackles. Look at that rush, man. Just puts his head into him and just bullies him. Ugh. Man, when we get Rusal back on the other side, it's going to be dangerous. Going to be dangerous. A little bit behind him on that third. Jesus, that dude looked like he broke his ankles. Good grief. This one they pulled Nussmeier. Ugh. That's how you go out when you win your one-on-ones. Early in the year, I know, Jake, you saw a lot of Christian Miller talking about it, like catching blocks instead of going through them. This is how you go through a block. Just make the man miss. That is how you get more reps as a corner right there. You make plays like that. Was that Red Morgan too? I think it was. Yeah. That's how you get more reps right there. This dude made some tight throws. This dude made some decent throws. I'm not going to lie. He was definitely a little more dangerous, I think, than Nussmeier down the field. He missed a couple as well, but I think he was probably the better quarterback. He was definitely athletic. That's what we can't give up more. We can't give up these, like, you saw Bray stepping out of the zone. Then you got to squeeze. We can't overrun quarterbacks tomorrow. Love this play. Love this play. Yeah, Red Morgan's playing some great football right now. He's playing some real, and especially with Dre Kirk not in the team right now. Good time to step up. Love this play. So, as soon as you get a tackle going out here, or when you get Caden Proctor stepping out here, red flags going off in the defensive minds. So, what are we going to do? We throw a decoy. We know this backer's stepping. Then where do we go? Seam route to Josh Cuevas. As soon as his backer steps, this is already sold. Bang. Send it right up the seam to Cuevas. Love that play. Cuevas going to be a game time decision? Okay. I mean, we'll take it. If he gets a couple of reps, that's a win. 100% that's a win. We'll take it all day. This, man, this is where we didn't hit the seam nearly enough in this game. This is where Ryan Grubb is in his bag, man. Pryor says, I'm here, I'm here. Smoke signals flying out, and you get 4 over. Seam. Bang. That's so good, man. That is Ryan Grubb in his bag. Oh, this was a big effort play by Brooks. Love that. Yeah, Patriots run that play all the time, dude. 100%. I mean, you got a guy like Gronk who can legitimately catch the ball and get down the field. Again, kind of gadget plays on 3rd and short, man. Give Ty the ball. Let him throw it. It works out, but it's sketchy all the time. Again, you got 3 over 3. Make one man miss. You have chunk plays. Cuevas in motion that time again. It's better coverage this time by LSU. Yeah, that's what you can't have. That's a little bit of lack of pocket awareness for Ty there. Just kind of stands there with the ball. I mean, he had... There was time there. There was a lot of time. He's got to feel that. Say, you know what, clock's going off. I got to bail. Time, got to bail. It's kind of right on that line of, you know, need to bail versus need to get rid of it. But, again, man, defense does a great job. All right, this was a sick sack. Dude, the pursuit right here from LT is insane. Whenever you see a quarterback locked up, this quarterback is locked up. Look at that, man. That is how you play football. That is how you lock a man up right there, man. That is good football. Ty using his legs. Need to see this tomorrow. Good sell. And, dude, he's an athlete, man. Look at that. Shreds the block like a running back and gets downfield. That's what we need out of Ty, man. Gotta sell. Like, have to use that every once in a while. Gets the sell there to Ryan. 6 does a good job reading it. Can't make the tackle. And we get a chunk play. I think we got a holding on that play, but love this ball to Zay, too. Man, if you get those one-on-ones outside, again, we saw with Ole Miss and Oklahoma isolated. So, you know what? Dude, we got a guy who's bigger than your guy. We're going to toss him the ball. Great play by Zay. I need to see Zay pop up a little more tomorrow. We haven't seen him a ton these past couple weeks. Need to see him pop up more tomorrow. Just a great job going up and getting the ball, man. Screenplays hasn't been as effective recently. Oof. I didn't realize how close that ball actually was. Got to get upfield there, though. Also got to get upfield. Mason Thomas is doubtful bandwidth of points. Yeah, for real. I think that, I mean, again, the way you win an upset game, especially away from home, is you got to create turnovers. Oklahoma, knock on wood, doesn't create a ton of them. You got to win time of possession. I don't think they're a TOP type of team. They can play well when they have the ball, but I don't think they're dominating possession all that much. We just got to contain the quarterback. That's what we got to do. This stuff right here, can't let that stuff happen. This was a great play as well. Again, man, defense playing for huge moments. This defense, man, look at that rip from Yanze. God, that's so good, dude. He bullied 57 again. And again, just rushed him. God, that's so good. I mean, I didn't even see him, I don't even see him touch the football. Good job by Lennon. I think Lennon Simmons has been really good too. You don't even see him touch the football here. Maybe it's his left hand. I just don't know how that ball comes out. Like, I don't understand. Because he doesn't touch it. Does his helmet hit his elbow? Oh, that might have been what it was. As soon as he takes that elbow back, I wonder if it hits Janze's face mask and kind of bumps it free. God, even then, bro, I don't know. I don't know how that ball comes out. That made no sense to me. Again, I think we can run the ball well outside with Hill. He's willing to get downhill and run hard. Jam Miller loves to run between the tackles, which I don't mind. I just don't think we have the O-line for that right now. But when you create space for Daniel Hill, he can run. But again, we go gadget play on 4th and short. And again, it works. Our guy we go to. Yeah, I don't, dude, it's crazy. Tackles aren't, yeah, I don't know, man. It was really hard to see how that ball comes out. But again, we go to Cuevas. It works out. Yeah, that was the least in sync I've seen our offense play at home in a while. Got to do better tomorrow. Have to do better tomorrow because LSU doesn't have a pulse really on offense. I mean, they're rotating quarterbacks. They have no staff. Oklahoma has a pulse, and they have a good quarterback. So, I mean, defense, keep on doing what you're doing. If we score 30, we win that game. If you say, hey, you know what, go out there and boat race them to 30, and then you're done after that, cool. But we gotta be more effective on offense. Got to be more in sync. I think I've ranted for you guys long enough. I don't know how long we've gone so far. To be honest, I don't even know how to look at that. But I think we'll call that a night there. I said we weren't going to run too late. What time is it? Let me check. Trying to dox myself in the process. Oh, it's only 8:40. It's not that bad. I'm going to go make dinner and probably watch a little bit more film maybe, but might go watch Bama play hockey and watch the Islanders play and then call it a night. Appreciate you guys jumping on, though. Always fun. Always enjoy doing this. Also, kind of gets like football fresh on the brain before watching. Dude's going to be a problem. Yeah, dude. Legit. That's the thing. I want to see yards after catch tomorrow. I need to see more Isaiah Horton. Cuevas is clutch. Do we go to him all the time in moments of need when we need to get yardage? So I think those are going to be two guys that are going to use a lot tomorrow. I mean, Jerm and Ryan obviously are going to get a lot of the DB's attention. That's why I think, man, plays the Cuevas, positive stuff. I think we see Horton, man. If we see some of them one-on-ones, I think we see Horton get a lot of those jump balls. But again, as long as we protect the football, we're in sync on offense in some kind of way, I think we do well tomorrow. It's going to be a tough game. It's a revenge game. It's a one-game season for them. But for us, man, it's homecoming. Those boys want to go out there and play hard for each other. Go out there, work, defense, keep on playing as dominantly as you can. I think we'll be in good shape, but we got to go out there, do the right things, do your job, play well disciplined. I think if defense goes out there and plays assignment football, always got to have with someone on Mateer and watch 5. We're in good shape. And then all the offense has got to do, man, we just got to be in sync. If the defense plays as well as it has the past 2 weeks and then the offense is in sync, we cover no problem. So that's what we got to do. But I appreciate you guys letting me jump on here and rant at you for a little while. Always enjoy it. Yeah, I think I'm going to go watch some hockey and make some dinner and call it a night. Try and get some good sleep and enjoy the game tomorrow. I am going to bring my I got those sunglasses that record, the Meta Ray-Bans. I'm going to take those to the game tomorrow and see how it does. I need to record the game from the Skycam too so we can get film a little bit easier. And it's going to be on YouTube, which is great, so that'll be good, I think. Yeah, I appreciate you guys jumping on. Roll Tide, Brock. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for tonight. I appreciate everybody jumping on. Always a good time. We'll come back probably on Monday, and then hopefully it'll be all happy, all smiles, all that good stuff. So appreciate you guys jumping on. We'll call it